Well, good evening. Welcome to the DBS Sports. I am Kenson Casimir. We begin tonight with cricket. West Indies under-19 cricket player St. Lucia's Kimani Melius returned to the island yesterday evening, 31st January 2018. Present to welcome him were Mr. Patrick Mathre, Acting Director of Sport, Julian Charles, the President of the St. Lucia National Cricket Association, Sarah Lee Williams, the Youth and Sports Officer for Babonneau, Ryan O'Brien, Communications Officer within the department, family members and members of the media. The appreciation event was organized by the Department of Youth Development and Sports. Mr. Patrick Mathre is the current Acting Director of Sports.
Let me first of all, on behalf of the Department of Youth Development and Sports, the Minister, and I dare say the government of St. Lucia, welcome a hero back home. I think there's no doubt in anybody's mind that Kimani has come back as a hero. He went out knowing fully well what was in store for him, with a lot of expectations from a public, and I think what he has done is to prove to the public that it can be done. It's a young individual who started from the grassroots program. He went through his paces, did what was necessary, did the hard work, and he got there. So hats off to you, Kimani, for a job well done. You have gone out, you have done St. Lucia proud, you have done the young people of St. Lucia proud, you have done the young people of Bourges extremely proud. And it says to me that, as I've always said before, that talent is everywhere on the island. So we don't look in one place, or gone are the days when we see it is a Castries-based thing. We've seen clearly that the talent is all around the island, and we're going to continue to invest in persons like Kimani to make sure that what we set out to do will happen as a ministry and as a department. The last time I spoke of Kimani, with Kimani, for Kimani, was at his grand parade at Bourges when he was about to leave, and I did indicate to him that when you come back I will be there. Now I try as much as possible to keep my promises. Sometimes it's not always possible, but I said I will be here, and I am here. As a matter of fact, I'm here not as a youth and sports officer, but I've taken one step now, so I am now the Acting Director of Sports. Just as you were there as an under-19 player. Potential, you have now created history in being that under-19 player, and the next time I speak you will be the West Indies player, senior. So as you rise, so must I.
Also addressing the small but appreciative gathering was President of the St. Lucia National Cricket Association, Mr. Julian Charles. Mr. Charles, knowing Kimani's potential, was not surprised at the young man's sterling performance on debut.
Congratulations, Kimani, on a very successful tour with the West Indies. We had no doubt when you left here that you would have given of your best, and knowing that the quality of batsman and person that you are, we were very confident that you would have come back home with very good returns. Your very first knock, I think it was 72 against New Zealand, was 78 was a gem. I saw every ball of it, and I'm sure that most of St. Lucia saw every ball of it, if not most of the Caribbean. And you really stamped your authority on that game and showed that you are here to stay. We're really pleased about that. We know that it was a very difficult task for you to get into the West Indies side, because it's a strong team, and you worked very hard to be there. And now that you are there, we know that it's going to take even more sacrifice on your part to stay there. But we are confident that you have the mettle to stay there, you have the love for the game, you have the commitment, and you have the whole thing about history on your in your sights. You want to go on to make the senior team, and you want to go on to make St. Lucia, Windward Islands and the West Indies very proud. So congratulations, welcome home again. You no doubt will continue being an inspiration to a lot of St. Lucian youngsters of all walks of life, be it sports, education, business. The fact that they're seeing a youngster shining out there and being such a good example will, I'm sure, inspire a lot of young people to play cricket and to really excel at everything that they do.
Also speaking at the gathering was close relative to Kimani Melius, Arlette Marshall.
Welcome back, Kimani. I want to first thank the Lord for causing Kimani to reach so far. I stand here very emotional because I have been, should I say, the steering wheel behind Kimani, pushing him forward. And I did not know the game of cricket was so expensive and that so much help would be required to push Kimani forward. But today, I want to thank the Lord that He has brought him thus far. I want to thank the Ministry of Youth and Sports. I want to thank Sarah Lee Williams, who I spoke with and connected me with Mr. Mathare. I want to thank Mr. Pierre. I want to thank Alton, his coach. I want to thank his mother, my sister, who we don't see her often, but she's the one also pushing him forward. I want to thank all those who have supported Kimani, all those who supported him to New Zealand. To Kimani, I want to say, remain humble. Remain humble and remain steadfast in your focus. Let not your surroundings, your friends, let that not be a deterrent to you, but I want to encourage you to continue on that path.
Wow, Auntie Alec to the world. Well, the man of the hour, Mr. Melius, was emotional about all these evening's proceedings.
Ministry of Sports for handing over the gears. The tournament, it was a learning experience for me and for everyone on the team. My teammates, we were like a family away from home. Always supported each other in good times and in bad times. Well, in the tournament, I wouldn't say I did excellent because of just 250s. I expected more, but nonetheless, I would take it since that's my first year playing a World Cup. Obviously, I was very nervous the first match. Yeah, it was a good experience.
Wow, Melius had a very impressive first international showing, which included 3 half-centuries before he suffered a back injury during fielding drills. Well, still in cricket, St. Lucia's Darren Sammy will play with the St. Lucia Stars in this year's version of the Hero Caribbean Premier League. Well, Sammy is said to have reached a contractual arrangement with the team last week. The former West Indies captain was removed as captain of the team last year and replaced by Australian Shane Watson. The fortunes of the team never changed as the Stars went on to become the first team to play the entire CPL season without registering a win. St. Lucia Sports Online broke the news earlier today that Trinidad all-rounder as Karen Pollard has been thrown into the mix as a possible captain to the local team. Pollard was captain of the Bajan franchise and has failed to have an impact on the competition for the last couple of years. For some, Pollard would be a welcome piece to the St. Lucia team, while for others, Captain Sammy has better leadership qualities for the local franchise. Of course, you can post your thoughts on St. Lucia Sports Online on Facebook. The 2018 season of the Hero Caribbean Premier League will take place between August 8th and September 16th, with the opening round of matches to be held in Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana. The window agreed on by the CPL and the Cricket West Indies CWI means that there will be no clash with international fixtures. Thus, all West Indies players will be available for the tournament in 2018 and will be able to submit their names for this year's draft. Wow. This should mean that in 2018, the very best Caribbean cricketing talent will be on display at the Hero CPL. Here in the Caribbean, we are blessed with some of the most exciting cricketers in the world, and it is fantastic news that all West Indies players will be available in 2018. It will help make the biggest party in sport even bigger, said Pete Russell as the Chief Operating Officer of the Hero CPL. Meanwhile, CWI CEO Johnny Grave is also optimistic about a great season. The Hero CPL is now the start of our domestic season, and we are delighted that we have found a window when all of the best cricketers from the Caribbean will be available to take part. We are sure that 2018 will be the biggest season yet, he said. Wow, well, we take a break, but when we get back, a SAB playing facility closed. We'll tell you why when we get back. Welcome back. The Department of Youth Development and Sports, in collaboration with the SAB Management Committee, would like to inform all users and the general public of the closing of the facility from Tuesday 6 February to Saturday March 31st, 2018, both days inclusive. The deteriorating conditions of the grounds have made it necessary to close the facility for maintenance works to be undertaken in order to preserve the surface and thereby providing the users with a quality surface. During this period, the facility will also host the Independence Day National Parade. We would like to thank the general public for their understanding in this matter, and we apologize for any inconvenience this closure may cause. However, all teams are to make their training requests for the new year to the Youth and Sports Officer, that's Ligorius Maki, at telephone number 724-8633 for possible assistance from neighboring facilities. Well, the St. Lucia Amateur Swimming Association Independent Swim Meet is slated to take place on Saturday, 24th February, at the Rodney Heights Aquatic Center from 9 a.m. The meet, which will be conducted in accordance with FINA rules, is sanctioned by the local association. The individual event will be contested under the specific age groups for both the boys and the girls, namely 8 and under, that's the 9 to 10, and all other categories. These age categories of the swimmers are based on the cutoff date of December 31st, 2018. All events shall be swum according to the seed times, regardless of age group or gender. However, they will be ranked according to age group and gender in tabulating the final result. Well, the inter-house road race at the Bocage Secondary School was held on Friday, 26 January 2018. The route saw students starting outside the Middle Phillip Park, left turn onto the Marshall Road, up towards Bishop Gap, up the Leon Hess Hill, down the Independence City Hill, right turn into Shabot and up the Shabot Hill, then right onto the Bocage Road and ended at the Bocage Secondary School grounds. The places were as follows: in female, Zandra Lockhart from a Blue, that's Blue Jay's house, Stephanie Darcy from a Blue Jay, Amanda Shalry from Phoenix. In the male division, Adam Hubert from Phoenix, Donnell Joseph from Eagle, Ensley Morrill from Amazona. The Inter-House Athletics meet will take place on Thursday, 15 February 2018 at the Middle Phillip Park, commencing at 9 a.m. Well, if the grounds are up and running. Well, finally, Leeward Islands Hurricane all-rounder Raheem Cornwall, also played for the Stars last year, proved a one-man wrecking crew in a massive 165-run win over the United States in the CWI Regional Super 50 competition at the Coolidge Cricket Ground on Wednesday. In an impressive display of power hitting, Cornwall slammed an unbeaten 132 from 92 balls before claiming 3 wickets as the Leewards racked up an impressive 298 for 8 before dismissing the visitors for just 136. In his towering innings, Cornwall blasted 9 sixes and 8 fours in leading the Leeward Islands back from an early innings wobble. Opener Kieran Powell lasted just a few balls as he was dismissed for 4 by Elmer Hutchinson, who soon followed up with the dismissal of Marlon Summers, which left the Hurricanes struggling at 2 for 27. Wow, Cornwall, big guy doing it. As sports, the DBS News continues after the break.